Bueno, amigos, qué placer. Estamos con Caleb Plant, hombre que fue campeón mundial y que ahora va a una pelea importante contra David Benavidez el 25 de marzo, una de las grandes peleas que hay. Well, my friends, we are here with Caleb Plant, one of the greatest fighters of this generation, who is going to fight against David Benavidez March 25. How's been the camp so far, knowing that Benavidez is so tall, so strong, his physical abilities? How is the camp for you?
So far, camp's been great. This is the best shape I've ever been in, the hardest I've ever worked, and I've always been a hard worker. I've always been disciplined. I've always kept my weight in check, but I've definitely gone the extra mile during pre-camp and even camp to ensure that I get my hand raised and come out with the victory March 25th.
A simple view will say, "Oh, this is a fight with this a guy with punch, a guy with boxing. Who is going to win against the boxer, against the puncher?"
Well, I think the nice thing about this fight is, David possesses boxing ability. He's also got some pop, some punching power, but I'm also a guy who possesses a lot of boxing ability. And if you ask Anthony Dirrell, he'll let you know that I can punch too. So, March 25th is a great fight. It's a great fight for the fans. It's a great fight for boxing. And, I can't wait to get in there.
Crucial will be the physical aspect because you were doing a very good fight against Canelo, and I think that you, Caleb, at the end, like you tired a little bit against Canelo. How will be different for this fight, knowing that you have 12 rounds against this guy?
Yeah, I mean, for one, Canelo's a future Hall of Famer, and I gotta tip my hat to him. He's a great fighter, and I'm a great fighter. Any fighter who beats me, that means they're a great fighter. So I gotta tip my hat to him. That fight was scheduled for September in the beginning against Canelo, and I was training really hard, training so hard, training so hard. Then it got pushed back to November, and I never really took a break. I just kept training, 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 training really hard. And so, you know, I felt like maybe I was a little bit overtrained for that fight, and that's not to take anything away from Canelo. He did what he was supposed to do, but I feel like this is a much better timeline for this fight. Obviously, in the Canelo fight, I gained a bunch of experience, and experience isn't something that you can buy. You got to go through the fighter to get it, through the fire to get it, and I've done that. And I showed that against Dirrell, and I plan on showing that against David Benavidez.
You think that experience that you have, it lacks in the case of David Benavidez, it lacks in the way that he are not fighting guys like you, that you are the real big test for him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, everyone knows that this is David's first, that this is his biggest test. This is not my biggest test. And, we seen how he did against Dirrell. We both stopped Dirrell in 9 rounds. But in the early rounds of that fight, a lot of those rounds were really close. And, from the very beginning, there was no close rounds against me and Dirrell. And then you see how I knocked out Dirrell in comparison to how, David did and, splitting his eyes. So I'm his biggest test, but he's not my biggest test.
Sometimes we see people, fighters, building narratives, and they say, "Hey, this is personal for me," blah blah. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I sense that for the Benavides clan, for the father and the son, is they trying to make it personal. Do you think this is fair to say that?
Yeah, I think that they're definitely trying to make it personal, but I'm not the person you want to get personal with.
Do you think that this narrative could trap them, thinking, this is too personal for me, but this angry could lead him to make mistakes against you?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I think he's handling his business how he sees best, and I'm handling my business as a man how I see it best. And you know, if that's what they think, then that's what they should do.
When we read your story, you overcome so many obstacles, you pass so many tests in your life. How all that story prepared you for that moment, for this moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think, every time you come to a hard choice in life or a hard decision, there's a fork in the road, and you can either quit or you can keep going. And, at every fork in the road, I've always decided to keep working and to keep going. And, I think that's definitely helped me, build my strength, my inner strength. And, all those tough moments that we all go through in life, if we keep going, if we keep pushing, we're going to come out the other side a better, stronger, smarter, more resilient person. And it's all those battles that you win, those smaller battles or big battles that you win, that you get to carry that experience, you get to carry that confidence into other battles, knowing, hey, I've already made it through this. If I can make it through this, I can make it through that.
Well, Caleb, thank you for this minute, and I hope you'll be the winner of the big battle that you have on March 25. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.